Welcome back. Well, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have attended today the 42nd Cultural Symposium of the Armed Forces, and to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of Political Science. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well, Dr. Wagih, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have attended today the 42nd Symposium of the Cultural Symposium of the Armed Forces. That coincides with the October War victory memory. What's your comment on this, the timing of this symposium?
Actually, this symposia are very important. This symposia needs to be there to get to the younger generation and to let them be informed about the great victory that Egypt has achieved in 1973 in October Ramadan War. And I think this is a very needed effort to be exerted. So this is congratulations for everyone in Egypt, for our armed forces, for the president, and for the entire Egyptian people, of course.
Yes, during the symposium, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi delivered a very important speech, during which the president said that every day have carried a challenge for the Egyptian citizen who is always supporting his homeland. How did you follow his words?
Yes, I think this is a very inspiring speech, as usual. And I think that to carry out the sense of what we call October Ramadan spirit, this spirit needs to be cultivated and to be disseminated, because it is an empowering spirit. Egyptians need to be empowered by such memories and by such victories, so as we can repeat that in different contexts, inshallah, all the time.
Yes, you've mentioned a very important point, Doctor, which is the spirit of the victory, the spirit of the soul of the October War. Actually, we used to hear this when we were young, but now, as we're going older, I now can understand the inspiration that we receive from the spirit of the October War, and the feeling that the heroes of Egypt have sacrificed their lives for us, the generations, to be able to live in this peaceful and secured land as we are now.
Yes, I think what you have mentioned triggers in my mind two things. Is that we have a treasure called October War, a treasure of leadership by modeling. If we know the stories of our great heroes, Abd al-Manam Riyad, Abdul Ati, who destroyed 23 tanks, Marshal Ahmed Ismail, Marshal al-Qamasi, and they are described as general, golden generals in military circles all over the world. Egyptians deserve those leaders to follow them, to follow what they have done. This one thing. The other thing about the importance of such cultural events is that it's very good to build awareness for Egyptians, but also, let me say something. What we have done is great, because if you can listen to the even enemy opposing machine that tries to disfigure these memories by disseminating disinformation about this war. So I think the Nile television and also all our websites, and we must produce more documentaries, more fact-finding, because this is a protracted conflict. We don't want to repeat wars, but this war was a very good deterrent enough. So we shouldn't allow enemy circles to disfigure this. And I think this is an effort needs to be there for debates and for fact-finding, to make it very available for everyone in the world, not only in Egypt.
Yes. Actually, while the celebrations was taking place this month, we saw on the TV screens the photos for the heroes of October. We see that, for example, the pictures of the youth at that time who was fighting for Egypt in the October War from several governorates in Egypt, Sharqiya Governorate, Sohag. We see that from one family there are, for example, they mention the name of the family, and there are 15 or 20 youth have sacrificed their lives from one family only. The brothers and their cousins, did you get me? How did you see this picture? Because it's really affecting the generations nowadays.
Yes, what you have mentioned is very important because I think that no one family in Egypt did not participate in such a war because this is why we call our Egyptian armed forces with all gratefulness that it is the army of the people.
Yes.
And it is the people who are there in that army. So they are inseparable in that sense. So having this memory to show how people who were enlisted in the army or who are working in the army belongs to one family, and you see that how great the sacrifice they introduced to their homeland, to defend their homeland. It's a very, very gratifying picture and a very telling picture, and it tells us how great are those people who played leadership by modeling. And I think the memory is very important, and we have to live this memory again and again. And I think that also our leaders here who really sacrificed their lives are very memorable in the memory of every Egyptian family.
Yes, yes. Actually, during this symposium today, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said that the repercussions of wars impact the countries and the economy of this country for years, adding that any war will delay the path of the nation for years. How did you read his words?
Yes, of course. This needs to be elaborated upon. Of course, wars, if you can avoid wars, Egypt has been throughout history raising the torch of peace. And peace with civilization and with economic development. Of course, Egypt resorted to wars in the final analysis when Egypt is aggressed upon, when there is only aggression on us. But we don't care. We don't like very much to involve ourselves in such wars that some people are trying to push us for. Egypt, even if you can see in the last 2 years in Gaza problem or conundrum, yes, many people were trying to push Egypt for getting into a fight, but our leadership exerted what we call strategic patience, exhausting all possible avenues, and we have seen that this with deterrence, of course, and with readiness to defend our homeland. And that message reached the entire world, and that was a culmination in what happened in Sharm el-Sheikh, which was a great historic day, when the entire world, with all distinguished leaders, came, and the president really managed to get all of them for the right track, and the Egyptian diplomacy got them into the right track of win-win, of ending the war. And I think this will be there as an effort to be maintained till we achieve peace, until we achieve, as the president said, a two-state solution, inshallah.
Yes, the president also, Dr. Wagih, the president also said that wars have numerous forms, not only by weapons, and the October generation went through war, but nowadays generations are going through another war, which is the war of awareness.
Yes, of course. What the president has already said is very telling and is very important. Building awareness is extremely important. Building the correct awareness. Building a mentality that would really filter out the facts don't be engulfed by negotiating traps in the media, by disinformation and misinformation. Of course, there is a tough work getting there in this social media, and our weapon is awareness, as the president said. Yes, of course, awareness and the technical skills and the training. We need all of this to help us in disseminating the correct awareness, of course.
Yes. Dr. Wagih, also the President said that the state is paying attention to the public opinion of the people, but the challenges are big. How would you elaborate on this statement?
I think that the challenges, yes, are very big, and Egypt is up to meet all these challenges. And also from the memory, we can understand that when we were able to provide war economy, I mean, there were mega projects during the war of attrition. There was a hand that is really build factories, build in agriculture, and another hand is carrying the weapon. So I think that lesson is very important. The greatest challenge now is that we should grow our economy to go and to make the country strong through its economy, of course. Yes. And I think this is very important with building awareness. Awareness has multi-dimensional factors. One of them is to meet the challenge, the current challenge. We have many challenges that we have to meet, and I think that we are on the right track in that direction.
Yes, Dr. Wagih, the importance of celebrating the October War victory every year, the importance of it on the students at school, for the youth, for the coming generation, to make them know more, or to be aware, or spreading the awareness concerning the October War victory.
Yes, I think this is very needed, and this is what we call in our lexicon the spirit of October, Ramadan, which really helps us to get motivated to do much more work, to meet all the types of challenges that we are facing. We met the very difficult challenges before, and we have another set of challenges ahead of us, and we have to be able, through this memory which consolidates motivation. Motivation is very needed, especially in an atmosphere of, and the social media in particular,
yes,
is trying to disseminate frustration and sedition. And Egyptians should stand firm to thwart all this kind of traps.
Yes. Dr. Wagih, how do you see or describe the importance or the weight of the 6th of October victory on the Egyptian people? You as a professor of political science and also as a citizen, how do you feel it with your family, with friends, with your neighbors?
Yes, of course, we gather to remember. We like very much to read events again and to see these events in light of what happened in the past, connecting it with the present and connecting it with our future. And I think the memories are very, very lovely. And I think that we cannot do without this, because it really motivates us to do a very good job when it comes to the new challenges that we are facing. So it's very of a great help. This memory is of a great help.
Yes, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information. I really had the honor to have this phone with you, Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of Political Science. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have attended today the 42nd cultural seminars of the armed forces and have delivered a very important and very significant speech. On Sunday, the President attended the 42nd cultural seminar, which is organized by the armed forces on the occasion of the 52nd anniversary of the October War victories. Addressing the event, President Sisi said that victory chances were dismal during the war days. However, thank God, victory was destined. He also said that what happened in 2011 is another war that Egypt overcame peacefully, and added that its repercussions lasted for years. The President said Egypt was overcame many challenges, including the coronavirus crises. He also said that efforts were exerted to stop the war of Gaza and help Gazans. He also said that repercussions of the war impact countries and their economies for years, adding that any war will delay the path of nation for years. He said that the war against terrorism cost the armed forces £100 billion. The President also added that wars have numerous forms, not only by weapons. Well, this was a live coverage for President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's attending the 42nd Cultural Symposium of the Armed Forces.